All right, well, we're going to learn how to change a spare tire because, well, we need to change a spare tire. It's got this cool little tool sitting right here that fits the top of this bolt. I unscrewed it all the way out and take this off, which was holding the tire in there. And my handy dandy assistant is going to lift this donut out of the back. So this is what it looks like under here. Never seen under here. There's my tow hook. And we have a jack right here. And this nice piece of styrofoam. Wait, why were you? Got some base plates. Not sure what all of this stuff is yet. Oh, this is the thing to help hold the new tire on. And we got this to take the lug bolts off. Although I have studs, so we'll see if that's there. Oh, look, we have handy dandy instructions. And the pump.
Yep, air pump. Comes with pump in the back.
Well, power to it. Excellent.
And this is underneath that.
It's under there. And if you still have the locking lug nuts, that's the key to get those off. I don't anymore. I replaced all of mine. And we got a little screwdriver in there. So when backing out, if you happen to hit some brick wall and slice your tire like that, then you might need
This is what he pays me with
this. So this is what a
These are your helpers.
really cool Porsche car meetup turns into. Oh, Cyber Beast in the background over there. So I got to drive that today for the first time. That was worth it. All right, so you have to turn the air suspension off. The way you do that is you turn your ignition on, and this button right here you hold up in the up position for about 5 seconds until it starts to flash red. And once it does that, you will also see, oh, well, my tire pressure is definitely low.
Are you recording?
Yep.
So these are wedges. What we do, we put this out like this, slide it under the tire, stops the car from rolling.
It's a little shock.
Indeed it is.
Nice. All right, we got one on each side. Hey, quiet on set.
Jesus.
Check 1, 2.
Sorry.
So this is your handle here. Hold it sideways. Spin it clockwise. That'll raise the jack. The jacking point is shaped like this end. It is directly in front of the edge of the door behind the front tire. And you make sure to use the correct jack for this car, or else you won't be able to jack the car. So what we're gonna do is slide it in, make sure it's positioned close, keep jacking until it gets under it and in the slot. And then the vehicle will start to raise. All right, we're going up.
Oh, look at this, going up.
We probably want to break the lugs loose before we get it off the ground, right?
It's very important whenever you change a tire, make sure you break it loose, break the lugs loose while the tire's on the ground. It's in the air, it's gonna spin and be hard to break loose.
And it might knock it off the jack.
And it might knock it off the jack. Easy way to do it. Make sure you're securely on. You don't want to strip these. These are very important. Step on it. Now it's broken loose, and we can turn it by hand.
Yeah, brothers from another mother or something. Have you ever gotten that?
Securely on. Step on it. Turn it.
My 86 has this exact same section. It's like as it changed.
As good practice, I like to take the bolts off in a star pattern, along with put them on in a star pattern. Taking them off, it's not as important, but when putting them on, you need to make sure to go across in a star pattern, or else your reel is not going to be tightened properly.
Correct.
You got like an auxiliary. I want to plate it for you.
Huh? No, we got to get it on video.
Now we got them loose. Come back to your jack. Make sure your manual's out the way. Get that tire off the ground. It's good when you're changing a tire that's completely flat, get it at least 3 to 4 inches off the ground from the bottom edge, because if you're putting on another full-size tire, you're not going to be able to put it on if you don't raise it enough. Put it on when it's full.
Great tip.
Made that mistake once. Now that we have it off the grounds, we can go ahead and get this tire all the way off.
Stock tires have an actual full lug bolt that will be removed. Mine have wheel studs, so the stud will actually stay in there, just the nut will come out.
Don't lose those. And when you're taking it out, remember, this side with the hex goes out, the side with the curve goes in. This is super important when putting it on because it centers your tires. Once you're getting down to the last couple bolts, what's going to start happening is the tire under its own weight is going to shift. You want to make sure that it doesn't shift off of the studs and fall into your brake caliper or your brake rotor, especially if you have carbon ceramics. Those are $15,000 to replace.
You act like you speak from experience on a GT3.
I came close. I came really close. Do notice I still have a job. That means I didn't break anything. I still have a car.
He's working it off right now.
Don't scratch the wheels.
Hit a brick wall. Once you have all of the lug nuts off, you can go and pull this off. I recommend putting a foot, a knee, or something under the tire so it comes straight out and doesn't fall. Alrighty.
Oh God, look at that inside shred. That was ready to go.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get these inspected. You need to replace that.
That probably had another
100 miles. Another 100 miles.
That is embarrassing.
Hey, can you do that again? Are you allowed to own a Porsche?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually put it on.
Okay.
Take it off again.
Thank God. Thank God that happened.
You saved his
That's
life.
dangerous.
Call your wife. This is important.
You owe him.
Luckily, my inspection is due right now.
Wait, let's look at this side.
Oh no.
That's got to be an alignment thing, dude.
Totally in
Yeah, you have too much camber.
This side isn't like that.
Yeah, way too much camber.
Yep.
This side's fine in comparison.
When you have your tire off, make sure to inspect your parts. Any
Yes.
cracks in your rotors, make sure you look at your brake pads, see how much life you have left.
Just replace these all, so check out
Yes.
the videos on those on how to do that.
From Help Me DIY. All right, now that you have your tire off, you can work on this new tire right here. You're gonna want to roll it over. Get it close. You want to get it as close as you can without hitting your rotors to the car. Make sure when you're putting it on, you note the position of these studs and note the position of the bolt holes in the spare. Try and line it up on the ground. It'll make it easier to lift into place. So I have two pretty much flat bottom, one center top. So I'm gonna turn this so it's two flat bottom, one center top. All right, because this tire is not super big, what we can do is actually lift it from the top. With a tire that fills your wheel well, like a full size, you're gonna want to lift it from the sides and support it from the bottom. You wanna avoid any contact with anything here, part of your braking system. So we're gonna do, lift this up, make sure you do it with enough strength to get it over the caliper.
And then somebody, my friend Dave,
Now we're on.
he said,
Once we're on the studs, make sure it's securely in place. And you're going to hands tight these lug nuts. Make sure the curved side goes in. It centers the wheel on the nuts.
If you have standard lug bolts, what this does is it kind of acts like one of those wheel studs. You can twist it in first where these studs are, and then you can put the tire over this one and it'll kind of hold it up in place for you while you put your bolts in. So the car comes with one of these. That's what that thing is.
Alrighty, once you have all 5 lug nuts on and they're hand tight, wheel's not really going anywhere, we want to take our tool and we want to tighten these as much as we can by hand before we put it on the ground. All right, we do this to make sure that there's no wobble at all in this and that we don't, when we put it on the ground, everything's tightened evenly. When you do this, any tightening to anything on your wheels, it is important to do it in a star pattern. If you go in a circular pattern, the wheel's gonna be unevenly tight and it could break off and fall off on the highway. If you do it in a star pattern, it's gonna be evenly tight and won't have a risk of that. From experience. Sort of. So I'm gonna start with here on top. I'm gonna move across the star to the bottom left. Get that one tight. Move across the star to the right. Get that one tight by hand. Cross the star to the left. Next, cross the star to the bottom right. Make sure that your tool is securely on the lug nut or it's gonna pop loose and strip the nuts. That makes it extremely hard to take the tire off next time you get a flat.
And this is just our initial tightening. Once we get this all the way back on the ground, we'll do the full tightening. Right now you can't because it'll just spin the wheel as you're trying to tighten them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once you have your tire securely on by hand in the air, you're gonna make sure
Quiet
it's
place,
secure.
quiet place.
Make sure it's secure by pulling on it.
He's my neighbor.
Once it doesn't
He's my
move,
right hand.
you're gonna wanna inflate this tire. Inflate it before you lower it to the ground. That's what it says in the instruction manual. All right, here we have our air compressor.
Also came with the car in the back with the spare.
All right. This comes with this hose here. This screws in to the nipple on your wheel. On the other end, we have the black cords, which lead to jumper clips that go to your battery, the car battery itself.
All right, so this thing comes with a little cap on it that you unscrew.
I know.
I've never inflated. Oh wow, this looks fun.
You got screws on there.
Make sure this is on all the way, or else air is going to start leaking out. And very important, when you're inflating a tire with one of these style of boxes, this gets really hot. All of this gets really hot. If you touch it while it's going, it will burn you. From experience.
And I'm curious if these are like one-time use tires.
Yes.
Because I don't know if we can uninflate them. All right, we are going to pop the hood so we can access the battery. There we are, positive terminal here. You just press this in.
He's my right
It
hand.
lifts that up.
Literally his right hand.
It says it right on there.
All right, this goes to 51 PSI. Right on that big post.
Make sure you connect. Don't touch these posts when you're connecting to them.
And then
Here's our negative right here.
somewhere on.
It's right there. It sticks out of the side of the
The
car.
light is on.
It's negative post.
Now, yes, there's an actual post right there.
Wait, let him get in there.
So once you're connected to your terminal, what you want to do, you want to make sure you're watching this gauge as it goes. This will tell you your air inflation. This is your on and off switch. You're just going to hit it, it's
wanna
going to
be part
go,
of a famous
and that's about
YouTube
it. It's going to
video?
be really loud though.
All right, we'll see how long it takes. We'll let it sit here for a little bit.
long time. These compressors are extremely slow. No, this has zero air in it.
All right, so this bead is not set on here. So as we were trying to inflate it, air was just
I think
leaking
there's a
out
hole
of here.
for
So if
this
yours
not-
does not start inflating, listen here. And if you hear air, that's the problem. So we're going to part 2. We're going to take a real air compressor to try to get air in this thing fast. Hopefully that'll set the bead and fill it up.
Oh, it's leaking like a sieve.
Yeah.
It's not seating. Because the only way to do it is... Oh, there it is. Yep.
Find the right spot.
Yeah. Well, at least it's filling up actually. Yep. Yep. Keep going.
I'm filling the
Keep going.
I'm going.
Don't stop.
Tell the compressor.
See how this bead is here and not here?
WD-40 on there?
Yeah.
All right, option 3, we're gonna spray some silicone in here. Hopefully that'll help the tire slide into where it should be.
Yeah, or
Stay there.
CPR, CPR. We're losing her. Oh my god. Actually, what you want to do is the other way. You want to pull it this way.
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to get into.
Oh, we need for that knee to pop up.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Look, it's slipping. Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
All we need is for that lip to move. Keep going, Alex. Keep inflating. I'm going. Faster.
You'll pay me enough to go faster.
There's something stuck right there. Hammer.
Now, stop.
Here we go.
There you go. There we go. Keep going. Keep going.
Got it.
What you do, Harry?
Reading now. It should give you a reading now.
I just pushed it tight to close the gap.
Oh, but look at this side. Hold on.
That is an odd looking wheel.
It should pop it up the other way now. Because, yeah, look at the other side.
See, that's what doesn't look right, but
That's pretty sweet. I think that looks great.
I don't know about that, man.
It's a
All right,
NASCAR.
deflate it and re-inflate it.
Something's up with
No,
that.
just deflate it and re-inflate it. That's as fast as it'll go.
All right, we pushed
No,
it back
stop.
to where we started.
And there it goes. That just doesn't seem right.
All right, so if you have one of these and it's pretty old, like mine's a 2011, you probably want to check your spare tire at some point. Replace it, get a new one, so you have one. This one is not going to work. We're going to have to go ahead and take the wheel in and get a new tire put on it. So, I think you know the rest of the steps though. We would have just lowered the car, tightened those bolts, and you were good to go. That was the last step. So hopefully this video helped you. If so, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. See you on the next one.